Hey, Steve Zook here. Welcome back to Poke 2 channel and the guitar ladder system. If you really want to take a quantum leap on guitar, you gotta build up your musical consciousness, build up your musical mind, feed your musical mind, feed your musical ear, not with a bunch of rules, not with a bunch of theory, not about control. You need to feed your musical mind musical sentences with different chordal improvisational approaches, which is what the 100 studies in the guitar ladder system do. I do not send them all at once. I do a little bit at a time. According to the science of neuroplasticity, the subconscious mind absorbs better that way. It really works so, folks. I studied with Joe Pass a little bit when I was really young, and as well as Horace Hatchett, who taught Howard Roberts, who started Musicians Institute in Hollywood. And, those guys didn't teach it. I'm not saying theory is bad, but I'm just saying, music is a flow state. It's about listening, but you need to feed the musical mind with ideas so your subconscious mind can create that like a musical software that then compares and contrasts, different chordal studies in the guitar ladder system. And on a subconscious level, you're learning while you're sleeping because your subconscious mind is recalls how this chord goes to this and this chord goes to this and why it sounds good, and it comes up with other combinations. It really works. It'd be the best $199 you'll ever invest. You can buy it at stevezookguitars.com. Just scroll down the home page at Steve Zook Guitars. If you put SZ1097 in the comment box, I'll put you down for some bonus material, which I do a little down the road once we get a foundation. If you don't see the comment box, just email that code SZ1097 to pokesoo@gmail.com. Anyway, today I'm playing this either early 60s or late 50s LGO Gibson. God, it sounds good. Doesn't have a huge amount of volume, but the tone of this guitar is just beautiful. I'm in Dadgad. Dadgad is really good for your musical ear because you listen and you learn to find things, and you can keep the approach really simple. In fact, Joe Pass used to say, simplify your thinking. There's a lot to this. I think when people try to become a better guitar player, they're always looking for some secret, and a lot of people that teach guitar lessons have some catchy little secret that there's no secret. It's about developing improvisational skills and developing technique. Now, technique development is really important, and a lot of people, I think, don't realize even simple things are, like I have a very simple exercise I do, which is these notes here. But if you're just playing slow and clean, you're building technique. I like to mute sometimes. I like to try to take the notes. But even if you're just practicing this slow, you're building technique. And I think, a lot of people, if you play fast and sloppy, you're not building technique. So it's like money in the bank, just play slow and clean. But you need to develop I spend an hour to 2 hours a day on nothing but technique development, even though I'm 69 years old. I've been playing a long time and I've got a lot of technique, but I want to keep it growing, and that's the whole idea. But that's what's so great about playing guitar and music, is it's a never-ending process of learning and growing and developing and being creative. That's another reason to get into the guitar ladder system, is so you get on that path of growth, because you need to feed your musical mind, you need to feed your musical ear, and it doesn't need a bunch of formulas to do that. But anyway, even just playing slow and clean like this, I'm developing technique, and it really helps if you place accents. Boom. But improvisations are really important, and the nice thing about DADGAD is it kind of helps your ear to hear things relatively easy, but you have to search. Open things sound really good like that. But anyway, you want to work on, technique development at least an hour a day, preferably two. Simple. I like to make up little exercises, make up little melodies, repeat sequences, simple sequences. Double triplets, 6 per beat. But yeah, this LGO, I'm really, really stoked with how it sounds. Like I said, it's not real loud, but it's got just the old mahogany. Just sounds beautiful. But yeah, learning to play in altered tunings is really good for your musical ear, because you have to listen. You just find a chord and then find a couple more chords to go to, and it just sounds musical, and that's enough. You don't need to analyze it and overthink it. This is one of my little tricks here. I have a little surprise in your playing. But anyway, yeah, technique development, simple things, just doing, find the joy in being repetitive. Because all of a sudden you'll be playing and your technique will just start to explode. It's not an accident, But you got to train your nervous system to do this. And personally, I recommend you don't drink alcohol. It doesn't help. It dries you out. And if you're going to work out with weights, keep the weights light and don't do too much. It'll tighten up your wrist. But yeah, these old LGOs, if you find a good one, man, But yeah, some of the favorite things I've found in DADGAD is things like this. Now, I heard that before I found it, but I had to search a little bit. sometimes I'll switch that up. Recently I found this. This time I kind of go somewhere else. Little surprise. But anyway, you know, working on improvisation in altered tunings like DADGAD as well as normal tuning, which is what the guitar ladder system studies are, you're going to learn the 10 different systems of improvisation in a very organic way, not with a bunch of formulas and left brain. And, you know, when you analyze, this is actually according to like doctors of neuroscience too. This is not just me saying this. A lot of doctors who are very knowledgeable in the way the brain and the nervous system works and the way, you know, the science of neuroplasticity, when you analyze and define and put things into cute little categories too much, you're actually slowing down the flow state. And, you know, being very musical and finding great ideas on your guitar and being creative is about being in a flow state. Do you have to work at it? Of course you do. I mean, you just don't run into everything, but, you know, like when I played this, I experimented with, you know, kind of smooth voice leading, finding things that aren't too far apart. And I thought, well, how can I make it different? Little surprise. That ring, I'll get it in a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, you definitely want to, I know it's annoying the phone, but I don't want to go over there and stop it. It will stop in a little bit. But just doing simple things, you know. Maybe I will stop it. It's annoying me. Just doing, you know, working an hour or two a day on technique, single note technique, to build up your technique. And then I like, when I find something that I like to try to be creative with it. Try to mix up the notes. Muting's good. It makes you work a little harder. But yeah, developing technique and developing improvisational skills are really key. And if you really want to feed your musical head, your musical ear, your musical mind, create like a software program in your own subconscious mind, the guitar ladder system will do it. And it's based on, it's my own material, but it's based on the approach of great intuitive players like Joe Pass and, you know, people that even Wes was really into listening and hearing and exploring and developing improvisational skills and creating a musical ear. But just simple things, you know, hour or two a day. Like I said, just like I do this is a lot. But anyway, you find things that work. Try them in different places. anyway, yeah, you really need to put a little. If the really cool thing about the guitar ladder system is that if you put a little bit of time into it every day, or even every other day, there, you don't have to analyze it. You don't have to define it. In fact, part of the reason it works is because of the minimal approach. You just play the studies and you absorb them. It's like water, being sucked into sand. If you're always thinking about what you're doing and you're trying to control things and looking for some magic trick, there isn't one. You don't have to, but I mean, if you feed the musical mind and feed the musical ear, you create like a software in your own subconscious mind that even while you're sleeping, it will be comparing and contrasting my guitar ladder studies and coming up with new connections that will help you be more musical because you're understanding music on a more subtle level. But boy, I really love this LGO. I think I'm just keeping this one. It just sounds so good. This is a good example of a great guitar can come out of anywhere. Because this wasn't a real expensive guitar when it was made, but back in late 50s or early 60s, But old mahogany just has a beautiful sound. Now I put in some mahogany end pins in it, which warms it up even. I think I'll just stop right there for now. But anyway, yeah, I love this guitar. I don't keep much. I'm the kind of guy that passes things along. But man, this thing. I've also got a Recording King 616, which is very close to a custom shop Martin on sale at another dealer for $4,200. It's the same design. It's a triple O, all solid wood. Has kind of like a slight V to the neck. But that's a Recording King model 616. I think I'm asking about $1,249. I had it at $1,500. But it's all solid mahogany. It just sounds unreal. And it's a triple O size. It's got the the slotted headstock, and it's a 12 fret where more of the fretboard is on top of the guitar for more tone. But damn, that thing just sounds like a guitar you could pay $4,000 for. It's a lot of guitar for $1,249. That's the Recording King model 616. I used to be a dealer for the Music Link that makes that guitar. I used to sell the Lores and the Recording Kings. So I was a dealer for 10 or 12 years. We kind of had a little bit of a falling out. It's all right. They're a good company. I wish them the best. But yeah, all mahogany guitars just sound beautiful. And here, I'll get a little closer for a second. But yeah, this guitar just has such a beautiful... Nothing sounds like old mahogany. Anyway, I think I'll stop right there. My focus today is to be positive and have positive faith. Trust me, I've got things in my life that I could really, zone out on the negative on. We all do. Life, and having family and kids. There's always something going on, right? But let's all make a decision to be positive today. Let's have positive faith. Let's just be positive today, no matter what. And when you're positive, you're more in alignment with the perfection of the universe. And, don't focus on all the bullshit going on our planet right now. It's just people, a lot of people with a lot of power just don't have a spiritual take. They don't understand that we're all one. With them, it's about power and getting more land and getting more control and getting more money, and it's it's ego. The ego is insane, and a lot of these leaders of countries and things are egomaniacs, and they're really out of balance. But we don't need to worry about that. I mean, the best thing we can do is radiate joy, radiate positivity. Let's have positive faith and an attitude of gratitude. Just be thankful. Be thankful for simple things like a beautiful tree, a beautiful blue sky, a beautiful dog, a smile on a young child's face, that beautiful spark in the eye of a beautiful young child. I see so much consciousness in the eyes of children. That's why I always wave when I walk by them at the park. But let's trust the universe today. Let's trust the universe. Let's be positive. Let's have positive faith. And faith lets go, belief clings. Ciao.